Good morning, boys and girls. We're continuing on today, May 19th, on our Newsela readings about corals and oceans so we can build our knowledge for our virtual field trip that we're having coming up in a few weeks. So I'm going to share my screen. And we'll have to come over here to Newsela. Scientists have found, you'll have this in your assignment, so it'll just be in there that day. It says, scientists have found a special way to grow coral. So we're learning about coral here. A rare species of Hawaiian coral being used to create a seed bank grows in a tank. Okay, it says Honolulu, Hawaii. Hawaii is in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Coral in the ocean there grows very slowly. It grows slower than any other coral in the world. Corals are sea animals that stay in one place. They are animals, they are alive. Some kinds make a skeleton around themselves. The skeleton is a hard outside layer. It's also called a coral. Corals and coral skeletons can stick together. They make a big, hard underwater hill. It's called a reef. Most coral reefs are in the warm sea waters. Sometimes the coral in the ocean, it gets sick. The scientists need to grow new coral. So big coral pieces are needed in the oceans. David Gulko is a scientist who runs a coral nursery in Hawaii. So nursery is a word we've heard, like where babies are. Well, it's the same thing here. There's going to be baby coral, which are live sea animals. They are alive, even though they look like trees or rocks. Okay, a nursery can be a place where babies are taken care of. The babies at this nursery are corals. Gulko says that Hawaii's coral only grows a tiny bit each year. It only grows about the size of a grown-up's fingernail. Other kinds of coral grow larger. They grow about the length of a grown-up's shoe each year. Scientists usually try to grow coral where it lives, but scientists cannot help Hawaii's reefs that way. It would take many years to make the big enough pieces. Scientists at the nursery have learned a new way. It will be faster than usual, Gulko says now. They will have a big piece of coral in 1 year. He says big coral pieces are important. They may keep beaches from washing away. This is how they help coral grow. The nursery grows coral more quickly. First, they take coral from the reef. Then they keep it by itself to make sure it's healthy. There cannot be any little sea animals or plants living on it. Next, it's cut up into small pieces. It grows faster that way. Scientists put the coral in tanks of fake seawater. They add light. The light has to be the same as in the ocean. Minerals are also added. They help the coral grow fast. Minerals come from rocks and sand and earth. It's like an underwater puzzle. So later the coral will be moved into the real seawater tank. It will finish growing there. The grown coral pieces are ready to be put back together. They become a large piece of coral. Then the large piece is put back into the ocean reef. Scientists also keep other corals in tanks. There are not many left of some kind of corals. One day, they might stop growing in the ocean. Scientists would be able to plant them again. So my son's he can talk to you a lot about raising coral because that's what he does. He works in a fish store and he went to college and he's really got some cool tanks. So your first activity is a write, and it says just the central idea. And there's their sentence frame, sorry. You have a quiz, and then you have another write, and I made another little sentence frame here. This says, what problem are coral nurseries helping us solve? So then you'll just write this again. The problem the coral nurseries are helping us solve are, or what problem? This should be the problem the coral nursery are helping us solve is this. Okay, we'll fix that. And the evidence from the text that supports my claim is, and then what evidence did you find from here? All right, this should be not too hard. Keep reading about coral all you can, and we will go from there. See you later. Bye.